Hello, welcome to Fletch and Sav, the best bits today, live from Upton Park ahead of West Ham versus Liverpool.
So enjoy the brand new Fletch and Sav 2016, which is pretty much like the 2015 one, really. Anyway, here's who's on the show today. It's hashtag Fletch and Sav Awards for the calendar year 2015. So tweet us yours. We've got ours here, Fletch.
You've already ripped mine to pieces, but there you go.
I disagree with yours, and you probably disagree with mine.
No,
but
I don't.
We can all have it. So
That's
this
fine.
is.
And yours?
So I've got Eddie Howe for manager.
And I've got Michael O'Neill for getting the Northern Ireland team to the Euros. My player is Harry Kane.
Yeah, I've gone for Mahrez.
My goal is Cuco Martina, that you commentated on the other night with Glenn.
I can't believe you've gone for Bournemouth for your team of the year.
Well, I didn't think I'd ever see Bournemouth in the top flight. I think to win the championship in the manner that they did, playing the football that they did, then to lose half the team and still be in a position to stay up this season is a wonderful achievement. Look, listen, for me, Leicester and Bournemouth are 1 and 1A. I'm not disrespecting Leicester by picking Bournemouth, but I've just given the edge to Bournemouth. And then Man United, biggest disappointment for me, and you've gone on the similar thing.
Van Gaal.
Here's the
righty.
Yes.
Glenn.
I've gone for Sanchez, Kike Sanchez-Flores, coming in with the players he had at the start of the season and, you know, getting his team all gelled together, and they're doing brilliantly.
I've gone Koeman because we forget, because it's the early part of the year, really. What happened, he got rid of all them good players, didn't he? And everyone thought, he's going to go down. Everyone was saying, they're going down. He was magnificent last year.
Glenn,
On Jamie Vardy, I had to go Jamie Vardy from... I liked him when he scored that goal in the 5-3 Man United. I was all over him, and then he's gone on. He's just kicked on, and I just hope that continues.
I sold Benjani to Man City, right? He was at Portsmouth, £9.5 million, which was quite decent money for him, for Benji. So I said, Benji, you've got to go. Man City want you. I like it here, boss. I'm happy. I went, no, you've got to go. I said, Man City, big club, you'll love it, Manchester. No, I don't. I love it here. I don't want to go. I'm happy. No, Benji. Anyway, I shove him out the door. Right? He gets to the airport. I keep ringing. He ain't got on the plane. He don't want to go. He's sitting there. He's let one plane go. 2 planes go. Benji, what are you doing? We get him on the last plane. He arrives in Manchester about 10:15. Sven was the manager of Man City, Sven-Goran Eriksson. Only Sven could have paid £9.5 million. Right? So we end up, he gets the last plane, they make it by about, I'm sitting waiting for the thing to cut. Oh my God, £9.5 million quid for Benji, you know, as a result of the time. I loved him, he was a great lad, he was decent, but £9.5 million.
We just did a 2-hour special.
He got through by about 1 minute.
I was thinking you could get a bit lively though, H, when you're the manager and it's not going quite so well, can't it?
Absolutely. The wit, as I say, they could slaughter
Remember
you.
that 12-year-old we used to call him the kid?
Oh
my God, he's just come out. Oh, he's terrible.
And his granddad and grandmother were there with his mum and dad. They say, "Go on, give him some." I said, "You're a disgrace. You want to sort it? Wash his mouth out." I said, "Shut up." Okay.
Brilliant, yeah. It was brilliant behind there. Some of the shouts, amazing.
Abuse you get, huh? For this season, I think everyone, even if you're a youngster, you can see that the door's smashed wide open for this season, and it's up to them. That's why I said earlier, it's about the mindset of the players in that dressing room and the management. Are they now going to set a different task and say, we can win it? This is our moment. And I think Arsenal will be saying the same because of the fact that Chelsea are having the problems. City, if they go in the Champions League, you know, if they go further in the Champions League, they'll find it hard to get consistency. Man United are having the season. There's a massive opportunity for Tottenham like never before. They might have thought, well, we're getting to the new stadium, we build to try and win the league in 4 or 5 years' time. There's a moment now.
We've got a few more matches until you go to the Olympic Stadium. You're going to be neighbours with us at BT Sport. Are you excited by the move, but is it tinged with a bit of sadness that you've got to leave this place too?
Well, it's probably the most exciting year in the history of the football club. 2016 will be, you know, go down in West Ham United Football Club's history. It's true that leaving here is going to be very sad, and the emotion of leaving here is going to be very difficult for all of us connected to West Ham Football Club. But by the same token, as the season comes to a close, immediately we'll be thinking of the excitement and the opportunity of going to the Olympic Stadium will just be remarkable. So we'll end this season at Upton Park, and then straight away we'll be looking at the amazing opportunity that will be presented to us by going to the Olympic Stadium.
If you was a pound overweight, 25 quid you had to pay. But I used to get in early and sabotage the scales and things like this. Because of their weight. Someone threw a Mars bar at Gazza. He picked it up on the pitch and give it to me. He said, I think that's for you. He said, he looks like you've had 6 already.
What have you seen as a collective from Liverpool moving forward in terms of progress? Are they any different yet, Jason, or not yet?
It's certainly a work in progress. We're certainly getting there. There's a renewed optimism about the place. There's a freshness. Obviously, the players are all trying to impress him still. And I think, you know, the defeats that they had a couple of weeks ago, I think in adversity, I think the manager sees a lot more in his players. Who's going to roll his sleeves up? Who's going to sort of have a go for him? Who's going to, you know, have a real go and try and play for the cause, really, when it's not going well. I think in adversity you find out more about your players. The optimism is renewed again after the last 2 results, I must say. I think Champions League place is more realistic than obviously going to win it. I don't think that they're at full speed. I don't think they're quite there yet, but it's certainly a work in progress.
Does Mark Hughes deserve to be in charge of a top 5 club?
Yes.
Yes, I agree.
Yes, Macca.
Yeah.
I agree.
I agree.
You're not even linked.
That's too
Why wouldn't you choose Mark Hughes over Simeone, for instance? He play for the club, he speaks English.
I like Simeone.
Why?
Because I do.
Oh, well, that's all right then. You know, Simeone's more sexy because he's Argentinian and he works for Atletico Madrid, but Mark Hughes' credentials in the Premier League are much
Atletico Madrid's
better.
always been a massive club.
They've always
hasn't
been
it?
a huge club. They've always spent loads of money. They've sold, but they've always spent loads of money. If anything, they've underachieved, but of course Simeone's taken them to the rightful place. But if you were to pick Chelsea, you'd have Mark Hughes, who's had, you know, previous experience of working in the Premier League over Simeone all the time.
I can't
Who
work out why he's not linked with
who
them
doesn't
both,
speak
can you?
any English.
No, he never gets linked, does he? That's the whole
linked.
point. No, and he's obviously got the likes of Manchester United, Chelsea. He's got links to those.
He's
bigger
been linked
clubs as well.
today. He's been linked this morning to United.
About the tackle with De Jong, I mean,
brilliant.
I didn't know. I still thought I'd got it right on the pitch, and then so I get back into the dressing room, and my assistant referee has gone to his pocket and got his phone out, and his face dropped. And
Went to get changed somewhere else.
I said, "What's wrong?" He said, De Jong, it should have been a red card. One of the guys has texted from the referee headquarters to say it should have been a red card. I thought, you're joking. I got my phone out, and a mate of mine who was in the police said, Howard, it's not a red card, it's an arrestable offence.
And that was half-time in the World Cup final.
Yeah, but hey, you see
Half-time in the
that.
World Cup
You see
final.
that no matter what stage of the game. You're sending, even if it's a final, we know the significance of the game, but if you see where De Jong caught him, you'd send him.
Yeah, of course. So even in the first minute of the World Cup final,
Yeah.
if I've seen it clearly enough, of course.
That's all for Fletch and Sav this week, as Robbie said, pretty much the same as last year. Hope you enjoyed the show. Keep tweeting into @Fletch and Sav in the week, and we'll see you next Saturday from 10 o'clock.
It's an FA Cup special with Martin O'Neill amongst the guests, so do not miss that one.
We'll see you then.